The teenage millionaire hacker you've never heard of. At just 16 years old, Elliott Gunton achieved something most people spend their whole lives chasing. He made a fortune, but not in the traditional way. Not by building a tech startup or creating the next big app. No, Elliott stole millions from innocent people through a sophisticated cybercrime operation. His tools, a laptop and a knack for hacking. His target, anyone vulnerable in the digital world. He didn't need a fancy office. He didn't need a team of developers or marketing experts. He did it all from the comfort of his bedroom in Norwich, England. For a while, Elliott was untouchable. He hacked telecom companies. He scammed crypto investors. He manipulated and deceived thousands, all without anyone suspecting a thing. And for months, no one knew who he was. But that all changed with a single police visit, and it all came crashing down for Elliott in an instant. This is the rise and the rapid fall of Elliott Gunton, a teenager who made millions from crime, and who became one of the UK's most notorious hackers. The TalkTalk breach. Just a warm-up. It's 2015 and the unthinkable happens. TalkTalk, a major UK telecom company, is breached. The personal data of over 150,000 customers is exposed. Names, addresses, and bank details are all at risk. At the center of this disaster, a 16-year-old kid named Elliott Gunton. For Elliott, the breach was a game, his punishment for it, a mere 12-month youth rehab order. He was a teenager, after all. But was it just a careless mistake, or was this just the beginning of something much bigger? Experts later confirmed that TalkTalk's breach exposed massive flaws in their security systems, flaws that a teenager like Elliott could exploit with ease. The aftermath of the breach was felt across the tech industry. TalkTalk was slammed for their lack of security, and the debate around data protection and hacking practices reached the highest levels of UK Parliament. Elliott became infamous in hacker circles, but his actions weren't just a random hack, they were a warning. And Elliott wasn't done yet, not by a long shot. A teenager with £400,000 in crypto. After TalkTalk, Elliott didn't just lay low and disappear. Instead, he dove deeper into the criminal underworld. Smarter, more calculated, and far riskier. Elliott adopted multiple aliases online. Glubs and Planet were his favorites, and he immersed himself in dark web forums, where hacking tutorials, stolen identities, and leaked data were traded like commodities. Elliott quickly honed his skills in SIM swapping, a process that involves hijacking someone's phone number by convincing a mobile provider to transfer it to a SIM card under his control. Once he had the number, he could bypass two-factor authentication, access personal email accounts, and even steal from people's crypto wallets. It was a terrifyingly effective tactic. Elliott even ran phishing scams disguised as fake customer support agents, tricking people into revealing their private keys and login details. By 2018, Elliott had amassed more than £400,000 in digital assets. Most of it was hidden across multiple wallets, tumblers, and privacy coins like Monero, making it harder for authorities to trace his stolen funds. Elliott wasn't just a teenager anymore. He was a digital criminal mastermind. He wasn't just stealing money. He was manipulating a digital system and controlling it with the skill of an experienced hacker. The EtherDelta heist. Late in 2017, Elliott partners with an American hacker named Anthony Nishotka, aka Psycho. Together, they plot one of the most audacious heists in crypto history. Their target? EtherDelta, a decentralized crypto exchange used by thousands of unsuspecting users. The plan? Hijack the domain name system and reroute the traffic to a fake site that looked almost identical to EtherDelta. It was simple, yet incredibly effective. They exploited vulnerabilities in Cloudflare settings and used social engineering tactics to manipulate domain registrars. Once users visited the fake site, they were tricked into entering their private keys, losing their tokens in the process. Within hours, the duo had stolen over $1.4 million in Ethereum and other digital tokens. The attack was seamless. Many of the victims didn't even realize they'd been scammed until days later. And by then, the stolen funds had already been split, mixed, and laundered through privacy coins like Monero to cover their tracks. What made this heist so brilliant was how it was executed, flawlessly and efficiently. A hacker's dream, really. The digital world was beginning to realize just how dangerous someone like Elliott could be, and it was only the beginning. How do you catch a hacker? In August 2018, police show up at Elliott's door, but not because of his hacking activities. They were there for a completely unrelated matter, a sexual harm prevention order. But during the visit, they searched his computer, and what they discovered was nothing short of a hacker's treasure chest. chat logs with fellow cybercriminals, detailed SIM swap instructions, stolen credentials, and crypto wallet keys, all sitting in plain sight. Elliott had left his digital fingerprints everywhere. His computer wasn't locked, his files weren't encrypted. Everything was right there, ready for the taking. The police quickly realized they had stumbled upon something massive. Investigators were able to trace Elliott's crypto transactions back to various exchanges, wallets, and tumblers. The scale of his operation was staggering. In 2019, Elliott was arrested and pled guilty to fraud, money laundering, and unauthorized access to computers. He was sentenced to 20 months, but due to time already served, he walked free the same day. The hacking world was in disbelief. How could someone responsible for so much damage receive such a light sentence? It seemed like the law was unprepared for the full scale of digital crime. The U.S. charges, Coinbase scam. Just when it seemed like Elliott had escaped unscathed, the FBI was already watching. Elliott and the Shatka had targeted Coinbase, one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. Their method? Phishing emails combined with SIM swapping. Elliott and Nishatka hijacked over 500 Coinbase accounts, draining over $900,000 in crypto. The phishing schemes were so sophisticated that even experienced users were fooled. They sent out emails disguised as official Coinbase support requests and used hijacked Gmail accounts to initiate password resets. To bypass two-factor authentication, they spoofed phone numbers and mimicked SSL certificates, making their phishing sites look legitimate. In 2023, the U.S. indicted Elliott for wire fraud, identity theft, and computer intrusion. In 2024, Elliott was sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison. The FBI called it one of the most advanced phishing operations ever executed by someone under 25. The case brought to light the vulnerabilities of major crypto platforms and exposed the lengths Elliott was willing to go to in order to exploit them. The fallout. Elliott's actions didn't just affect his victims, they affected everyone around him. His parents were convicted for attempting to conceal some of the stolen crypto. Police seized over £275,000 in digital assets, and even more wallets are still being tracked. Elliott's story became a textbook example of how sophisticated hackers operate. Cybercrime panels used his tactics as case studies, and his story was featured in university courses on digital forensics. But the internet was split on Elliott's legacy. Some saw him as a digital Robin Hood, misguided but brilliant. Others called him a spoiled teenager who used his talents for self-gain at the expense of others. In the end, Elliott's story wasn't just about one hacker. It was a reflection of the systemic flaws in the digital world, a reminder of how easily people could be manipulated and how hackers like Elliott could exploit those weaknesses. What would you do? Imagine being 17 years old and sitting in your bedroom, able to steal $1 million from unsuspecting victims. Would you stop? Would you keep going? Would you push your luck? Or would you get caught like Elliott did? Let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more true digital crime stories. And as always, thanks for watching.